Hey everybody, Aaron here, and this is another Surprise Attack review. And today's Surprise Attack review is of Tales of Zestiria, Dawn of the Shepherd. Now, I find it kind of odd to actually review this because, in many ways, it is very odd in the way it was done. And what I mean by that is, if you haven't known, this is actually based off the video game. But what it is essentially is it's the recap of the first 45 minutes of the main game, and it came with the collector editions of the Tales of Zestiria game. And what's funny about it is, I wanted to review it because it's still an anime regardless, even if it's only 45 minutes long and it's a movie. It's still an animation, but I find it almost hard to review, and I'm going to explain why in a second. So real fast though, if you haven't seen my review on Tales of Zestiria, or more so my first impressions of Tales of Zestiria, check that out. And so the main concept of Tales of Zestiria, at least, I think it's called Zestiria. I'm gonna call it Zestiria for now. I keep saying Zestria, but I don't know which one it's called. Honestly, but the main concept of it is that we have our main character, Saray, and Mikleo explained this, at least in this part, it's just them, and it's talking about their setup into what precedes the main game, essentially. So, again, if you play the game, you already know what to expect from this because it's literally the first 45 minutes rehashed again, just with full animations rather than using in-game cutscenes or anything like that. It's actually just a whole new animation using different stuff. It has the same voice actors regardless of what dub you have. You have Japanese or English, and that's pretty cool. But I almost find it very odd that they set up in this manner, because part of me goes, well, why not have maybe a prequel? I think that would have made more sense, like having a prequel of talking more about our main characters, maybe a side story, something like that, instead of going with this whole, oh, we're going to choose just a rehash of the beginning part of the game, and it's not even an exact clone of the beginning of the game. It's actually like kind of a twist on it a little bit. Like certain events happen differently rather than they do in the actual game. And I almost wonder if this was made before them actually figuring out what the first parts of the game would be, and maybe that explains why. But honestly, it's a conundrum because this, I'll tell you right now, this is an amazing animation. It's got some amazing artwork. Oh, I apologize for that. It's got some amazing artwork. It's got some very, very nice animation in general. It has some, again, the voice actors I like for the main character, for the main characters in general of the game, and so seeing them again, this is actually it's a very appealing to me, at least. And overall though, it's just, I don't know, it's baffling to me. I guess that's the best thing I can say. I have to keep saying it over and over because it just strikes me so odd to go this route with this. And that's why if I have to give this a review A through F, I have to give it a B minus. And it's not because it's anything bad per se. What's in this works. It's got, again, very good animation. It's got very good sound. It's decent story, at least for in terms of what it's presenting in this short tidbit it's presenting. But it doesn't make sense from any point of animation concept. Like, why would you make a rehash of a game that you're either going to play or already have played? And that just strikes me bizarre. I just don't understand it fully. Now, my advice to you guys, if you have no interest in playing this game, this might be what kind of tuned you to playing it or wanted to play it. So, there it is. I've seen it already. It is available on other websites. I'm not saying to use those websites, as always. That's up to you. That's your own prerogative. But if you do, that can't stop you. But it is on other websites. I've seen it. I've seen it only subbed. I don't know if it's dubbed on other websites. But if you bought the collector's edition or have any things of buying, any plans of buying the collector's edition, it's going to come with that. So, I mean, you could, it's a little freebie, I guess, in that. But anyways, guys, that's it for this review. Real fast, I have a few announcements to make. One, there is not going to be a video game review today, if you noticed. I wrote in my About section on YouTube, my channel at least, that I will only do, updates. Like, I only do video game first impressions when new stuff comes out or when I play something new, in terms of, almost like a surprise attacks, where it might not be new exactly, but it's still relatively new. Also, check out Anime Lover's channel. I have the link of her description. I have the link to her page, in the description box. She's going to be doing a 200 subscriber giveaway soon. So really show us some love, especially because I think she's really close. I like her stuff. She talks very well. And I think she also just talks pretty cool. I mean, it's more so like you're talking to someone rather than someone talking, you know, specifically for a review or something. She talks very free flow, and I like that. I try to do the same thing in my reviews, and so I think her channel's pretty cool. She has some nice videos up, different things of everything. So check her channel out. Show her some love like you guys shown me if you haven't already. But as always, guys, that's it for this review. Until our paths cross again in the next review. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.